back to another recipe of mine. So today I will be sharing with you how I'm going to do some beef with potatoes. Basically it's like carneconpapas, but I'm doing it this time with a salsa. So here are my ingredients for the salsa. I do have 2 jalapenos, 1 serrano, and 2 green tomatoes, which is 2 tomatillos and 2 red tomatoes, and of course a small piece of the white onion, and I'm going to add a little bit of cilantro into the salsa as well. And this is the meat that I'll be using. It's the beef stew meat. So basically I'm just going to cut this in smaller pieces, and of course our potatoes, which is our papas. It's going to be really delicious and simple to make, guys. So stay tuned. I do have my water boiling. Now that it's boiling and it's hot, I'm going to add my ingredients, and we're just going to leave them in there until they are softened. So now I'm just going to cut them in smaller pieces depending on how big or small you want them. So mine's going to be perfect as this size. And I am going to leave a little bit of the fat in there because, you know, the fat is the one that gives it that really good flavor to your dish. Just like that, guys. So now that my meat is cut, I'm going to set this aside and start cutting up our potatoes. So now we're just going to cut our potatoes and in cube size, not too small, not too big either. So I believe this is like a perfect size. Just like this. And for me, I'm using about 4 potatoes. They're not too big either. I have some small ones and medium ones. So here are my potatoes. And I'm just going to set this aside, and we're going to start doing our salsa for this dish. Now that our ingredients are done, I'm going to add it to our blender. So from the same water, I'm adding about 1 full cup of the water from our ingredients. And I'm going to add another one. So basically, that will be 2 full cups of the same water from our ingredients. And we're adding 1 teaspoon of salt. And I'm going to add a little bit of oregano. We're going to add oregano. And the oregano is going to give it a really good flavor, guys, to your caldo. So just a little bit, not too much, because oregano is really strong. And you don't want that strong flavor in there. But that's perfect. Just a dash, or just drizzle a little bit of the oregano. So now we're just going to blend. Oh, before I forget, our cilantro and our onion. Now we're ready to blend. I'm just going to add my meat. So I'm going to add my meat. I do have it kind of like in a high heat, but I'm going to turn it down to a medium high heat. At this point, I'm going to add a little bit of water just so our meat could cook up. So I'm just going to add a little bit of water just so the meat can cook, and once the water consumes in and I see that the color of my meat starts to change, kind of like this color. So once it starts changing color and the water consumes in, we are going to add a little bit of oil, and that is because we want to fry up our meat, which is to dorar our carne, to give it that really good flavor to your dish as well. So let's not forget to cover our dish. Yes, so you can see the water is still there and our meat is still cooking in. So I'm just going to cover it up once again and let this liquid consume in. Okay guys, after this I'm just going to uncover our dish, and we're just going to let the liquids consume. After our liquid is consumed in, I still have a little bit, but that's okay. Now I'm going to add some oil in here so we can fry up our meat. Add the oil in there. If you feel like you need a little bit more oil, then you can add a little bit more. So we're going to add a little bit of chopped onion. I'm going to cover this up because we do, well actually I'm going to cover it up because I'm going to add my potatoes and I want my potatoes to be fully cooked. And then after maybe 5-8 minutes we're going to uncover. So I'm going to add my potatoes. So now that I added my potatoes, I'm going to cover this up and I'm going to let this cook in for about 5 to 8 minutes. We do want our potatoes to fully cook. I'm going to add my meat seasoning in here before I forget. Spread the flavor for our meat and potatoes. Everything's going to consume in here. I'm going to add some garlic powder. For this I'm not measuring, so I'm just adding over our meat and potatoes. So now we're just going to make this in together. And then we're going to cover and let this cook until they are soft. Our potatoes are soft. I'm going to add our salsa in there. So guys, this was very easy and simple to make, guys, and so good to enjoy with some flour tortillas, homemade flour tortillas. And keep on watching to see what I will serve it with at the end. And don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up. And if you are not subscribed, guys, I'll wait out. So now that our potatoes are soft and our meat is fully cooked, I'm going to add our salsa. You can see the color of the meat and our potatoes. So now I'm just going to add our salsa in there. And just mix it. Hey guys, so now that I added our salsa, we're just going to let this simmer in for about a minute or two. And I taste it for flavor and it's perfect. It's not spicy. Perfect for you to enjoy.